Hi, my name is Julie and welcome to my channel. For this video, I'm gonna be showing another DIY for tie back ribbon. Because I liked the back ribbon detail from the last video, so I decided to make another one with different silhouette and open back. Waist and the cuffs are elastic band, so it's comfortable as a room wear like the last design. You can download the patterns. The link will be in the description below. You need the basic tools for sewing and the elastic threader, or you can use a safety pin instead, and the elastic for 1 and 2 cm wide. We're gonna cut out one front bodice on the fold. Two back bodies, one front skirt on the fold, one back skirt on the fold, two sleeves, and for my patterns you're gonna see two lines of the notch is gonna go on the back side, and one facing on the fold. You're gonna cut out one of the fabric and one of the interfacing. Mark all the notches and centers. Then I'm gonna be showing where you serge raw edges. Bottom of the facing, shoulder and side of back and front bodies. Sleeves, back skirt side, front skirt side. Take your back bodies and fold the raw edge over twice and top stitch. Fold over 5 mm and again fold over 1 cm and stitch the folded edge down. And you're gonna sew back and front bodies together at the shoulder and side seams. Match up notches of the bottom armhole. Place them right side together and stitch shoulder and side seams down. Finish sewing at 1 cm over the notch using 1.2 cm seam allowance. Press the seam open. Then you're gonna sew front and back skirt together at the side seams. Face the front and back skirt right side together and sew all the way along using 1.2 cm seam allowance. Press the seam allowance open and then turn the skirt inside out. Next, you're gonna sew the skirt and the bodice together at the waistline. Sew along using 2.5 cm seam allowance and overlock or zigzag stitch the raw edge. Overlock all the way across along. Then press the seam down to the skirt. Fold the back skirt over by 2.5 cm along the bodice. Mark open 3 cm apart, and then stitch across along from the marking and stop at the other marking using 2 cm seam allowance. Next, move on sleeves. Fold it right side in and stitch down using 1.2 cm seam allowance. Then give 2 raw rough stitches for gather. Start at the second notch from the seam of the undersleeve, sew over the center and stop at the next notch. Change the dial to the bigger stitch, pull the thread out for 10 cm and start sewing with a back stitch. First stitch will be 7 mm from the edge and the second stitch will be 5 mm from the edge. And when you stop sewing, leave the thread out about 10 cm before you cut. And then I'm gonna attach the sleeves to the bodice. Turn the sleeves inside out, so sleeves will be right side out and the bodice will be right side in, and everything is gonna face right side together. Slide the sleeve into the armhole, match the notches and gather the sleeve. My tip is to start matching from the bottom and the notches and gather the sleeve until fitting to the armhole. Tie the thread on one side and pull the thread of the other side. Then stitch down all the way across along using 1.2 cm seam allowance and overlock or zigzag stitch. For the cuffs, so you're gonna fold over by 5 mm, then fold over again by 1 cm. Stitch the folded edge down, leave the small opening for elastic to be fed. Cut elastic for your waist size plus seam allowance. You can use elastic threader or safety pin to insert. Once you have fed the elastic through fully, stitch the two ends down together. do the same thing for your cuffs. And top stitch the opening down for both waist and cuffs. Next, you're gonna attach the facing to the bodice. Face the facing and the bodice right side together and match the centers. Then stitch down all the way along, using 1.2 cm seam allowance. Clip the curves to release the tension. First the seam open and flip the facing over. It's optional. I recommend to top stitch the neckline so the facing is not gonna poke out. Finally, finish the hem by folding twice and top stitch or overlock or zigzag stitch the raw edge and fold once and top stitch. And you're done. Thank you for watching.